A beautiful day to you, wherever you're joining us from, and thanks for staying tuned. You are welcome to the program. It's Teaching Time. I'm Precious Chukwekezie. And as always, this program is dedicated to you, is particularly for you, because we don't want you to make any mistake in life. We don't want you to cry had I known. We want you to take the bull by the horn, and we want you to do it as soon as possible, because there is no time to waste time. So you know the season we are in. This is a festive period when a lot of people, a lot of us, we do a lot of spending on different things, food, travel, gifts, and all whatnot. And we do this to make the season memorable. But then, while there is nothing wrong with all the spendings, all the celebration and all that, the big question will now be, after the celebration, and then what? You don't need anybody to ask you that question. You should actually ask yourself that question and give yourself an honest answer. So, because of you in particular, we have brought to a Teaching Time today a topic that resonates with everybody. A topic that is not just for some particular persons, but then for everybody, for the young, for the old. Even if you are old, if you start today, you still started on time. So on today's edition of Teaching Time, our focus will be on investing today for a better tomorrow, turning festive spending into future wealth. This is to remind us that merriment and financial investments can actually go hand in hand, you know. So to walk us through the practical ways to celebrate responsibly, invest wisely, and then build a better tomorrow, we have special guests in the studio. We have with us Mr. Emmanuel Elojo, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He is the manager, AfriInvest, Enugu. We're glad to have you here today.
Thank you very much. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon.
Okay, so we also have with us Mr. Paul Onyenwihe, manager, AfriInvest, Onitsha, Anambra State. We're glad to have you here today, sir.
Good afternoon, all.
Okay. Let me come back to you, Mr. Emmanuel. If, for instance, I come to AfriInvest to make an investment, do you take me through some, because people need to be disciplined before they will be able to know that each month, if you're an income earner, you know the amount you're earning monthly.
Yeah.
You should be able to be disciplined before tell yourself that you'll be setting aside certain amounts every month. Do you give me that education, before I start to invest? Because I might come invest and tomorrow it might be a different story altogether.
Oh, absolutely. So we are 30 years this year.
Okay.
We've been around for 30 years. We started business in 1995. So one of the things that we are very big on is investor education. We believe that people who invest in things that they understand.
Mm-hmm.
And interestingly, some of the instruments within the capital market that we play in are not the everyday savings and current account that people are used to. So we're talking about shares, we're talking about treasury bills, we're talking about commercial papers, we're talking about FGN savings bond and all of those investment things. So for a lot of people, they most likely be hearing these things for the very first time.
Exactly.
So usually what we do is we do investor education. We try to get them to understand the various things that they can invest in. So we do that by creating a lot of text materials for those who prefer to read. We do a lot of videos, create a lot of videos for those who prefer to just quickly watch something. So if you go to our YouTube page, just wherever you are, just type AfriInvest on the internet. You'll be able to go to YouTube and watch all the videos that are put up there for you to be able to watch. And from there, you begin to understand these instruments, and then you make a better decision. One other thing also is important. Is it is personal finance. It's very personal, meaning that what works for you in terms of investment will not work for the other person, because you have, for instance, different age, different income level, different risk appetite. While what will work for a young person who is 25, who is willing and ready to take risks, will work for him or her, will not work for someone who is 60, because there are different times of life. So most times we just try to hear you out first, because we are in the business of guiding people to create wealth. So we try to understand what your own particular situation or scenario is, and from there we try to help you understand the various investment options, and then we guide you to make it the one that works best for you.
Amazing. Because if that doesn't happen, I wonder how people will be able to continue with their investments when they come register with you.
Oh yeah, absolutely, right.
Yeah.
So what we want well-informed clients.
Okay.
So that way people understand
exactly what they are getting into. Okay.
Yes. So let me give an instance. There are a couple of people who invested in stocks many years ago, who bought shares from companies many years ago, and either their parents did that. Some have even passed on. Their children know their parents invested, but somehow nobody knows what to do with the stocks that have, so what happens? So my dad used to get dividend warrants and all of that. All of a sudden those things stopped. I know my dad has shares.
Yeah.
Or I know my uncle has shares, but that's also one of the things that we help people to help identify.
Good.
We go around, use our relationship with registrars to then basically identify what stocks somebody has, because unclaimed dividends, as we speak, runs into billions of naira. Nigerians have money sitting unclaimed, and it's majorly because they are not aware that either their parents, their uncles, or even they themselves made investments in stocks. So we really encourage people to just go check. There's somebody around you who has investments.
Okay.
Talk to us about it.
Okay, I could come check.
Absolutely.
I could come check.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let me come to you, Mr. Paul. Some people believe that because their earnings are still very small at this time, there might not be need to start saving or start investing. You understand? Maybe they are waiting till when they start earning big. So how can you advise an ordinary Nigerian with regular income to start investing, no matter the level of your income, and to start investing now, realistically?
Yeah, thank you very much. Basically, I will start from, you see, the income. Income is defined. Definition of income is income equals to savings plus consumption.
Oh, okay.
Income you earn is what you save and what you consume. So, and we've made everything, we have simplified everything from our values. We said simplifying investment and creating wealth. Those are the things people should bear in mind, because we have made the investment, we have made it so simple that Dick and Harry, low, medium, and can have access to investing. The investment circle is not just for the rich. Products have been designed both for the student, apprentice, market women, people, the senators, people in government. They have been designed in such a way that you can always be fit into whichever you are. So the investment horizons have been simplified. So if peradventure you earn 100,000 and B earns 1 million, as like I said earlier, income is a function of saving and consumption. So as you are earning your income, you as well bear in mind that I should be able to save for rainy day. Because if you check, there is purpose for money. The money you have is for precautionary motive, transactional motive, and so you should bear in mind that this income that I'm earning, no matter how small, no matter how big, I should save for the rainy day. And in the market, we have designed those products that everybody are being, allowed to invest.
Okay, so what it means is that no matter your level of income, there's a package for you.
Yes, and let me just substantiate on that too. Like in equity, in shares, because of we have AfriInvestor 2.0, it's user friendly.
Okay.
You can, if you open the app, you can invest as low as even 1,000 naira.
Oh, wow.
So long as you fund your account. You can, because there are some stocks that are there that are penny stock. which you can take advantage on. You can fund your account 2,000, you can fund your account 5,000 naira. Then in products like federal government savings bond, they've designed in such a way that the lowest in the market, the lowest in the country can fit in. It's just a mindset, and we giving you that investors education, because federal government savings bond is low as 5,000 naira, so which is far lower than the minimum wage you talk about. So it is because of the government want everybody to be part of. That's why they have designed in such a way that no matter the income you earn, you likely fit into any of these investments.
So with AfriInvest, everyone is welcome.
Everybody must.
So if 5,000 is what you can save, you're welcome.
Welcome. Because we have a product for that.
If what you want to save is $1 billion, you are also welcome.
Okay.
All you can be sure of is very rates.
So our people, I hope you're listening. I hope you're following, because as you're planning to buy new shoes, new clothes, new wigs, new this, new that, remember that after the festive period comes life itself. So plan to save, plan to invest, no matter how little, no matter how big. You need to start planning now. But then there is this big issue about trust, because of scammers everywhere. People find it difficult to trust these investment companies.
Yes.
So how is AfriInvest building and maintaining trust with investors, especially with what is happening in today's world?
This is a very great question, because we hear it a lot, and for good reasons. A lot of people have been swindled, right? But with AfriInvest, like I mentioned when we started in 1995. So 30 years now, celebrated our 30th anniversary in September. So we've seen it all in the market. So we've seen people come and people go. This ones that will come and promise you 100% today, and of course the next time you try to log in and you cannot log into those platforms anymore because things have gone. So what we normally, like I said, it is important for investors to know what they are investing in. So which is why we are very, very big on investor education. And what we also tell people whenever they come to invest with us is this: if the interest rate is looking too good to be true, it is most likely not true.
Run for your life.
Right? That's one. Then number two is we always advise everyone. Like I said when I started, banks are regulated by the CBN, and investment companies in Nigeria are regulated by the Securities and Exchange Commission. So if someone comes to you to talk about, I have this investment that you should make, no problem, hear them out, but ask for the name of their company. And the next thing you should do is to go to the website of the Securities and Exchange Commission. You don't have to pay, you don't have to do anything, just type on your phone, go to Google and do a search, SEC, and you'll find the website. Type the name they gave you on there. There's a place to check on the SEC website to find companies that are being regulated or being given the right by the government through SEC to make investments. If you do not find a name there, then run, right? Because it means you are investing on your own. And from time to time, what SEC does is they inform members of the public, look, this platform you're trying to invest in, we are not aware of it and all of that. So just to help people ensure that their investments are safe. So of course, as we're talking now, anybody can go online and do a search for AfriInvest. You can go onto the SEC website and search for it, and you will see our names there. That basically just confirms that we are regulated by SEC, and also means that whatever it is that we do, we give a report to SEC, meaning that your money, that gives you another level or layer of safety, because you are sure that we are investing your money in instruments that are regulated and that are approved by the Securities and Exchange Commission. Again, like I said, we've been doing this for 30 years, and we are here, right? So for us, trust, innovation, and excellence are things that are very, very important. We believe strongly that returning your investment is more important than the return that you will earn on the investment. So for us, capital preservation is also very, very fundamental.
That's very important.
an armed aircraft. Yeah, it's true.
So these are super security drones procured by Governor Peter Mbah. In fact, these drones have the capability to see everything, monitor everything happening in Enugu State and beyond. The drones can fly to other states in a matter of minutes and capture everything. This is the first time we'll be having such security drone in Nigeria, and Governor Peter Mbah is leading the pace. So wherever you see Governor Peter Mbah, thank him for the great security work he's doing in Enugu State in particular. Again, these are new losses for security in Enugu State. So Governor Peter Mbah has been the best so far in terms of security. That is why Enugu State is the best secure and safest state in Nigeria. Governor Peter Mbah did too much. First in Nigeria. First in the history of Nigeria. This is what Governor Peter Mbah is doing in Enugu State, securing Enugu State.
We can also track vehicles, we can also track individuals, we can also follow vehicles to 100 kilometers from the command and control area. We can also change the night vision. The best for us is always iron red. So we also carried out a mission on Friday with the SA of Security to Ezaro, and we were able to capture the hideout of the area of interest.
Very good. Identify targets. We do not have room for criminals.
Okay, Mr. Paul, some of our brothers and sisters who are in diaspora might want to invest, but because they might not be here, since they are not here to monitor what is going on, they might want to know what practical ways or what are the options available for them, things that they can actually trust in, that even if they are there, they can actually invest and go to sleep with their two eyes closed without thinking, oh, scammers be this. So
Yes, thank you very much. You see, that is why we are here in Enugu. And that is why we have clocked 30 years since 1995. Now, AfriInvest have made everything so easy for everybody. That's why you see, in our core value, simplifying investment.
Can you monitor your investment from anywhere in the world?
That's why I'm coming.
Okay.
We have created an app which is AfriInvestor 2.0. Anywhere you are, so long as you download the app and open account with us, you can do any investment wherever you are. So we have made bring investment closer to the people. Whether you are here in Nigeria, whether you are abroad, anywhere you are, in the village, investment have been brought to you, closer to you. I don't need to see you before you make investment. You understand me? So that is what AfriInvest have done. We have used technology to bring investment, to add value to people.
Also, to add to what Paul said, clearly we've made great investments in technology through our digital platforms. We believe in self-help. This is 2025. You shouldn't be calling somebody to know how much you have in investments in a company, right? With your phone. Okay. Just like you can check your bank account, why can't you check your investment? So we made that happen. And what we have even seen, because we spoke to the Nigerians in the diaspora, so what we've seen over time is the interest environment in different countries are different, right? So for a lot of our brothers who are abroad, for instance, one of the things we notice in those countries, if you invest your money or keep your money in a savings account, for instance, they are getting as low as 0% for some, 1%, and some even in the negative, right? So what we've seen people do over time is they work there, they live there,
But they come back
the
home
interest
to
rate
invest.
here is higher. So what they do is they inflow their money here.
Okay.
Of course, there are ways you can inflow your money. We had a partnership with Western Union to ensure that people are able to make inflows in, right? And so what we've seen over time is they bring the money here, they earn decent interest. Because you can inflow you can also keep your money in the hard currency that you're earning in case you're concerned about changing and what exchange rate will be. So they bring it here. Let me give an instance. So we have also a platform that a couple of many people are aware of, which is called Optimus by AfriInvest, right? It's one of our digital platforms. So there's an ongoing work currently even on that part too. But one interesting thing that does is if you invest for a year in dollars, you can earn as high as 7%.
Oh, okay.
Don't forget I mentioned that in some countries you are getting as low as 1% or even in the negative. So for people who are there, a lot of them take advantage of that platform. So they invest here, they get like 7% for a year, which is more like many times or multiple times more than what it is they can get over there. They're keeping their money in the hard currency, so they're not losing value by any exchange rate. So those are things that we've done, and they are there through an app. They can make their investments, they can track their investments.
Okay.
It's basically self-help.
Okay.
And see what they have invested.
Okay.
It's never hidden.
Okay.
As long as you
Transparency,
exactly.
trust. And that's how we've been able to build trust over the years.
Okay, that's amazing. That's amazing, because it's one of the most difficult things to do, especially when it comes to finances. You understand? Because for me to have worked so hard and then come and entrust that money to you is a big deal.
Absolutely, it is. We are very careful about that.
Okay.
Because the money you have given to us is money that you could have used for something else.
Exactly.
So we have a huge responsibility for ensuring capital preservation and ensuring that you get something very decent in terms of returns on the work. What we believe is you have worked for the money. It's now time for the money to work for you.
Work for you.
So what we do is we give you the platforms and we try as much as possible to ensure that your money is working.
Okay.
And I want to add something to what he has said.
Okay.
You see, before you make any investment, try to find out whether the company which you have gone to invest are registered by sex. It's very, very important.
Okay. That's at least that should be the first protocol.
Try to find out whether they are being regulated or they are being recognized.
Okay.
Anything other than that, please don't do that. Because even the product we sell is being approved. There must be an approval by the regulators. So it's very, very important. So if anybody is telling you, I have this product, give me 20,000, collect 40,000, find out whether that product is registered by the regulators, which is Security and Exchange Commission. Thank you.
So, Mr. Emmanuel, for someone who is trying to invest for the first time, what would you advise, apart from what you do at AfriInvest, what would you advise the person to do? Is it to do a long-term investment or to start with a short-term investment?
Well, personal investing is personal. I think that's why there's a personal finance. It's very personal. Maybe that's why there's personal there. So what that means is, like I said, it's never a one-size-fits-all. I don't know who we're talking about. So we have a typical case of somebody that is 60. Obviously, I will not tell the person to invest in things. Well, if the person is investing for the first time at 60, equities or stocks and shares is not the kind of thing that you would immediately push to the person because of the person's age. Also, then because of the fact that the person isn't used to investing. Right. So it all depends on who, and which is why most times there are a couple of questions that we will ask to help us understand exactly what the person's investment objective is, because your objective is different. You may want to keep things for long term, others want to keep it for short term, others need their monies in 90 days, others want to keep it for 2-3 years. For those different sets of class of people, we will recommend different things. Our job is to provide you the knowledge and guidance to make the best financial and investment decision, but we want to hear from you, so we're able to help you. And I think on that note about hearing from you, maybe it's just interesting to let people know that we are now in Enugu. Right? So a couple of people must have heard about AfriInvest before. maybe in Enugu, maybe because of our partnership with the
Rangers.
Enugu Rangers International Football Club. We are official jersey sponsors of Rangers International Football Club, and so we now have an office, a physical office here in Enugu at number 11 Club Road, just behind CBN, right? And again, for those who are wondering, this isn't our first office in the Southeast. Paul here manages our Onitsha office, right? So with the collaboration of the offices now in Enugu and the one that we've always had in Onitsha, what we have is a combined effort and to ensure that if you live in Abia State, if you live in Imo State, if you're in Ebonyi State,
you have access to
you
your
basically
office.
then have all those things that you normally would think of going to Lagos to do. We are bringing it all the way here for
To
you,
your doorstep.
full-fledged investment service.
Okay,
Right.
thank you.
Yeah.
So,
Like,
Mr. Paul,
if I may
Okay.
add to what he has said, like the question
because
you
of
asked.
time.
Yeah.
Yes, like the question you asked on people advising people
Yes.
on investing. When you talk of people, you have different range of people.
Okay.
The youths, what I will advise a youth, somebody 20, 25, 30,
You're a
40,
very young person who's
will
just
not be
starting
what I will
life.
give to somebody who has retired.
Okay.
A retired person, I know why he wants to put his retirement money or gratuity into investment. I will not advise him to go and put money in investment like shares.
Yeah.
I will always guide him to put his investment in fixed income,
Okay.
where he can get his interest upfront and something that will not be more than 90 days, 180 job, not something that will not be more than 365 days, not exceed 1 year, because these are the things, the money they use to take care of themselves at that old age, compared to a young person who can take the risk.
Okay.
Because fixed income, already you know what you earn and
Okay.
you are satisfied with it.
Okay.
Why equity, you don't know what you earn.
Okay.
Easy.
Go ahead.
So-
Give us your Christmas and New Year message to the people out there.
Well, first off, Merry Christmas and season's greetings. But as we start the new year, I would encourage people to pay more attention to compound interest,
Okay.
because that's really the real path to wealth. That is
Compound
the
interest.
key. Yeah,
Okay.
that's the key to building sustainable wealth. It's not enough to invest and take your interest. Invest. The interest you have put, allow that investment, that interest plus the principal to also be rolled over, and that way your principal ends, your interest also ends. Continue that for a very long time, and then you're on your path to building true wealth.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Emmanuel. Mr. Paul,
Yeah.
your message before we go.
Yes, Merry Christmas to all. My advice to you is, as we approach the new year, January, we always have it in mind that investment is a key to our success. You don't eat all you have earned. You have to plan to save for the rainy day.
Okay.
So I will advise that as we approach January, comes next year, that we should bear in mind that investment is key.
Okay. Thank you very much. I want to appreciate you, Mr. Emmanuel Ojo, Manager of Invest Enugu. Thank you for being here
Thank you
and
for
for
having me.
educating us and letting us know that there is need for us to start now to invest to have a better future. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And Mr. Paul Ojenwihe, Manager of Invest Onitsha, Anambra State. Thank you also for being here.
Thank you.
Okay, and to you out there, we appreciate you for being part of today's edition of A Stitch in Time. So as you enjoy the festivities, remember that celebration should not end with empty pockets and financial regrets. So take conscious steps today to turn part of your festive spending into investment for your future. You can start small, it doesn't matter. But the most important thing is that you're starting. And whatever you need to do, you need to start now, because the stitching time saves 9. We want to appreciate you immensely for being part of today's edition of A Stitching Time. I'm Precious Chukwuekeze. Don't forget that your life is precious.